And finally, for the Lost Realm bosses, we have the third boss, Dragon Urrax. Once again, there are many similarities to the other two bosses. They will all share the same 3 passive skills, and also the first ability, Heavy Shock. The only thing you overly need to worry about with the passive skills is Tenacious. This will mean that control effects won't work, so if you have anything like Night King in your commander setups, they will effectively be useless, and you'll want to look for effects which have raw healing or damaging value, rather than anything that affects what the target of your skills will be able to do themselves. One thing to note with Urrax specifically is his hitbox is a bit janky. So if you look here at my mouse feedback, the mouse only glows red with the sword when I am pointing it slightly below his actual model, and when I hover the actual model as it's flying, the mouse isn't turning into that sword, and if you right click there, you won't actually attack the boss. So make sure to be aware of that and just go slightly below his actual model as if the dragon was on the ground rather than in the air. So as always, you'll want a designated tank to go in and pull the boss themselves. You'll then want them to immediately turn the boss so that Heavy Shock is turned away from the entrance, and you'll want all your damage dealers and all your healers to be stood behind the boss. The first one that hits will tend to target immediately, and you might not be able to turn him fast enough, so you may want to delay people rushing in because of that, or just heal through it and then avoid it as intended through the rest of the fight. There will be a big difficulty spike with Dragon Urrax, quite significant compared to the other 2 difficulties. This will naturally come from just the damage he deals and the health he has, but the main difficulty of this will mostly come from his second ability, Call of Flames. So this will summon 3 towers. Tower A, which is to the north, or to the top of the dragon, will increase his attack. Tower B, which is in the bottom right, will increase his defense. And Tower C, which is in the bottom left, will continuously heal the dragon. So in terms of prioritization of these, you will want to kill D, the healing tower, then I think B, the defense tower, and then A, the attack tower. The healing tower in particular, though, is the most significant of these, and to a point you can just face roll through this if your alliance is strong enough. But if you're going to hit the towers at all, make sure Tower C dies, because the healing is very significant, and then go to the boss afterwards. Something to note with these is the ranking rewards, where you can get Reforge for being top 3 in damage. That will actually count damage done to the towers in terms of your ranking, so you won't lose progress towards finishing in the top 3 if that is a goal of yours, if you're to hit the towers. The only damage you'll lose will be from your movement times back and forth to attack the towers and then going back to the dragon. And finally, we have Fiery Brand. This will randomly select a troop and then put a giant circle debuff on them. And then after a period of time, that circle will explode, so it won't do any damage initially, but after 10 seconds, it will explode and deal huge AoE damage to everyone inside that circle. So this can be quite buggy with how the visual displays, and you won't always see it, especially when you have a lot of people in the map. But if you can see it, and you see this giant fiery circle on you, make sure to just move out from the group, run to the side, let it explode, and then run back to the middle and continue damaging the boss. And that is that. That is all 3 bosses in the Lost Realm.